Welcome to Brevard Beat. We're really glad you could tune in today.
Great to be here.
When you think about autumn, most people probably picture like crisp air, colorful leaves, maybe a fireplace.
Right, the classic New England scene.
Exactly. But here in Brevard County, Florida, fall, well, it's got its own unique thing going on, its own rhythm.
It really does.
We might not have those, vibrant red and gold leaves everywhere, but what we do have is this special blend of seasonal coziness.
Mm-hmm.
Think about those inviting smells like cinnamon, apple pie, the sweet taste of apple cider, and yeah, all the pumpkin spice stuff.
Definitely woven into our sunnier days.
Right. So our mission today is basically to be your guide. We've looked through all this great local info, and we want to help you embrace autumn Florida style.
Yeah, sorting through it all.
We're not just listing things off. We're pulling out the key flavors, the smart home decorating ideas that actually work here, and the best local autumn activities.
Kind of like a shortcut.
Exactly. A shortcut to knowing how our community celebrates this time of year without feeling totally buried in information.
And that's really why diving into this matters for you, the listener. We're looking at how Brevard authentically does autumn.
Right.
It's all about those sensory things, the tastes, the smells, that subtle shift you feel, and that community connection, even without the leaves changing color dramatically.
It's about how we adapt, right, creatively.
Precisely. So you can make your own traditions right here.
Okay, awesome. So get ready because we're going to talk about some delicious fall food, hit up our vibrant local markets, get some home decor inspiration, perfect for Florida, and definitely cover some fun activities.
Sounds like a plan. Where do we start? Flavors.
Let's start with the flavors.
Yeah.
First up, apple and cinnamon. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Apples in Florida.
Yeah, not exactly orchard country.
Right. But Brevard County gets creative. We found some amazing places doing scratch-made apple pies and cobblers. Sweet Trade Bakery in Melbourne got a specific shout-out for that.
Oh yeah, I saw that mentioned. Known for doing things from scratch.
Definitely. And for cider, lots of local markets bring it in seasonally. But interestingly, some local breweries, like Intracoastal Brewing Company, they're making their own hard apple cider.
Ooh, nice. Probably with a bit of a Florida twist, too.
Maybe. Like a hint of citrus, you never know. And then, for just everyday comfort, cinnamon treats are everywhere. Rolls, muffins, cookies. Check out bakeries and coffee shops in Cocoa Village, Titusville.
All those cozy spots.
And here's a little tip we picked up. Try drizzling some local honey on those apple or cinnamon treats. Really amps up the local flavor.
Nice touch. Okay, so moving from apples,
Mm-hmm.
we have to talk about pumpkin spice. For many, that is fall.
The essence of it, yeah.
And you definitely don't have to look far here. Bakeries like Sweet Trade again, and the Sweethearts, they usually roll out seasonal pumpkin pies, cakes, often using local stuff when they can.
And the drinks.
Well, yeah, you've got your Starbucks, obviously.
Mm.
But local places like Cocoa Coffee and Tea do great pumpkin lattes, cold brews. But what's cool is looking for those unique local versions. Some smaller cafes might even add, like, a hint of Florida orange blossom honey, something really special.
That sounds amazing.
And it's not just sweets. Some restaurants get into savory pumpkin dishes, too. Keep an eye on menus at places like the Fat Snook or Shiloh Steak and Seafood. They might do seasonal pumpkin soups, maybe even a risotto.
See, that shows real culinary commitment beyond just dessert.
Exactly. It's versatile.
Which kind of leads us to those other cozy spices, right? Nutmeg, clove, allspice, ginger.
The supporting cast, but so important.
Totally. They're like your secret weapons for bringing that autumn warmth into your own kitchen. Think homemade spiced nuts, apple crisps, pumpkin bread.
A good chai tea latte.
Yes. And the best part, our farmers markets are fantastic for sourcing this stuff. Fresh pumpkins, whole cinnamon sticks, seasonal fruits, everything you need.
Which actually brings us perfectly to the markets themselves. If you really want to taste Brevard's fall, the farmers markets are where it's at.
They really are the heart of it, aren't they? More than just shopping.
Definitely community hubs. You get that freshness, that inspiration.
Okay, so let's spotlight a few. First, the downtown Melbourne Farmers Market. That's at Riverview Park, 2301 Irwin Street.
Gotcha. When's that one?
Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., mostly October through May. Then it shifts to first and third Saturdays in the summer months. Great for produce, baked goods, seasonal treats, crafts. Really captures that fall feel.
Okay, good to know.
Then there's the Cocoa Farmers Market. That's at 638 Brevard Ave, Suite 2 in Cocoa.
And their hours.
Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You'll find more awesome local produce, baked goodies, and those special seasonal items. Maybe different kinds of sweet potatoes or gourds that grow well here.
Things adapted to our climate. Makes sense.
And one more, the Brevard County Farmers Market. This one's midweek, which is handy. Thursdays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. over at 2500 Parkway Drive in Melbourne.
Perfect for a midweek stock-up.
Exactly. Fresh produce, local meats, more seasonal stuff for your pantry.
You know, something else about these markets beyond just buying stuff.
What's that?
Many of them do cooking demos or tastings. It's a fantastic way to get ideas, learn how to use what you just bought, adds a whole other layer.
That's a great point. An experience, not just shopping. Okay, so we've got the tastes, the smells, the ingredients. How do we bring that fall feeling inside our Florida homes? Especially when it might still be pretty warm out.
Right. It's not about pretending it's snowing. It's about adapting that cozy vibe.
So, for the front porch or entryway, think wreaths, but maybe with dried oranges, cinnamon sticks, small pumpkins. Subtle.
Nice. Natural elements.
Yeah, or maybe stack some hay bales or wooden crates with mini pumpkins, and those seasonal lanterns with flameless candles. Perfect for evenings, safe, looks great.
Love that. And inside in the living areas.
Think textures and colors. Throw blankets, pillows, but maybe lighter fabrics like cotton or linen in those fall colors. Burnt orange, mustard yellow, deep red.
It still feels right for Florida weather.
Exactly. And focus on scent. Cinnamon candles, essential oils like clove and orange instantly makes it feel like fall.
Yes. Scent is so powerful. And centerpieces.
Keep it simple. Mason jars filled with cloves, cinnamon sticks, dried apple slices. Looks rustic and pretty.
Evokes the feeling without being too heavy. I like it. What about the kitchen?
Kitchen's great for this. A simple bowl with some fresh pumpkins or gourds on the counter. Instant fall.
Easy peasy.
Elevate the dining table with maybe a seasonal runner, subtle leaves, or plaid patterns. And here's a clever idea. Bake those cinnamon apple muffins or pumpkin bread and displace them in a clear jar. Decor that smells amazing.
Dual purpose. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about getting a bit crafty? Any DIY ideas pop up?
Oh, yeah. You can make your own pumpkin spice potpourri. Just gather dried pumpkin bits, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, simmered on the stove. Your house will smell incredible.
Natural air freshener.
Totally. Or for a more modern look, try painting small pumpkins with metallic gold or copper paint. Adds a little glam.
Ooh, chic.
And this one's fun for guests. Create a fall flavor station. Set out cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, different sugars, local honey. Let people customize their coffee or cider.
That's brilliant. Interactive and festive. Makes everyone feel involved.
Right. Okay, so we've decorated, we've got the food. What about getting out and enjoying Brevard in the fall?
Yes, because the weather is often perfect then. Time to get outside.
Definitely. And while we don't have big apple orchards for picking, we have our own versions, like the Country Pumpkin Patch in Vieira. They do seasonal events, hay rides, pumpkin picking. It's got that whole vibe.
Creating the experience, yeah.
And check out Webb's Farm up in Mims. Great spot for apple cider, probably sourced regionally, plus local honey, and lots of pumpkins for pies and decorating.
Supporting local farms, nice. And festivals. Fall seems like prime festival season.
Oh, absolutely. Brevard comes alive. The Cocoa Village Fall Festival is usually a big hit. Food trucks, pumpkin painting, local crafts. Melbourne has its Harvest Festival with live music and vendors.
Sounds lively.
And Merritt Island often has a pumpkin festival, think family fun, petting zoos, maybe some cider tastings. These festivals really show off that Brevard community spirit in the fall.
It seems like we really leverage our climate for these too, like outdoor adventures become more appealing.
For sure. The Brevard Zoo often does seasonal events in October with festive decorations. It's usually cooler then, much more pleasant to walk around.
Makes sense.
And Canaveral National Seashore. Ideal for hiking in slightly cooler weather. Those autumn sunsets over the water there are just stunning.
Like that and biking.
Perfect time. Grab a coffee, hit one of the Space Coast trails on a crisp morning. Miles and miles of trails here.
Sounds like a great way to start the day. What about workshops or classes? For people who like to learn or taste things.
Good question. Keep an eye on places like Home Goods or Michael's. They often have fall-themed craft workshops. And local breweries. Many do pumpkin beer tasting events.
Always popular.
Yeah. And check community centers, too. They sometimes host holiday baking workshops, perfect for learning how to make those apple pies or pumpkin bread, maybe with a local twist.
Lots of ways to get involved and learn something new. Okay, so for those inspired to bring these flavors home, any specific recipes or drinks we should highlight?
Definitely. Making this stuff at home is so rewarding. Let's start with something simple and classic. Apple cinnamon cider.
Cozy.
Super easy. Just heat up your favorite apple cider with some cinnamon sticks, maybe a dash of nutmeg, and here's that Florida touch a splash of orange juice.
Oh, interesting. Brightens it up.
Yeah, and for the adults, a shot of rum or bourbon works nicely too.
Naturally. Okay,
Yeah.
what about the king of fall drinks? The PSL.
The pumpkin spice latte. Totally doable at home. Brew your coffee or espresso, mix it with steamed milk, a bit of pumpkin puree, not too much, cinnamon, nutmeg, touch of vanilla.
And the topping.
Gotta have whipped cream and a sprinkle of pumpkin spice, makes it feel authentic.
Perfect. How about a dessert?
Baked apples are fantastic and capture that fall feeling. Just core some apples, fill them up with brown sugar, cinnamon, maybe some nuts, a little butter.
Simple ingredients.
Totally. Bake until they're soft and caramelized. Serve warm, maybe with vanilla ice cream. Pure comfort.
Sounds divine. And something savory. We mentioned pumpkin soup earlier.
Right, the savory pumpkin soup. Basically, saute some onion and garlic, add pumpkin puree, veggie broth, season it up cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe a tiny bit of chili for warmth.
Adds a nice kick.
Yeah. Garnish with pumpkin seeds, maybe a swirl of cream. It shows how versatile pumpkin really is, not just for pies.
Absolutely. So it really comes down to incorporating these things into everyday life, doesn't it?
That's the core of it, I think. Slowing down, savoring these moments, creating little rituals that feel like fall here.
Like maybe starting your morning with that cinnamon coffee we talked about.
Yes, and taking a walk along the Indian River Lagoon when the air just feels a little different. It's subtle, but it's there.
And in the evenings, maybe light those scented candles, bake that apple pie, just watch the sunset from the porch, consciously embracing those moments.
Exactly, and for families, it's those shared things. Carving pumpkins together, baking something delicious, visiting a local farm. That's where the memories happen.
Building those unique Brevard autumn traditions.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, even without the huge leaf display, Brevard offers this really special autumn experience. It's rich with local flavor, the weather gets lovely, and there are so many ways to bring that cozy feeling home.
Finding fall in our own way.
Precisely.
Well, that about wraps it up, I think. What we've seen is that fall in Brevard is really this great celebration, flavor, smell, community.
All of it.
From the treats to the decor to the local festivals, there's just so much to embrace right here.
So we really hope you, our listeners, take the chance to savor those little seasonal joys. Sip some cider, bake some bread, check out a festival. Just appreciate what makes autumn here unique.
Yeah, absolutely. The beauty isn't just in the food, right? It's in the moments we make around it. So maybe think about this. What new autumn moment will you create this season in Brevard?
Good question to ponder.
Thank you so much for joining us on Brevard Beat.